As I think we're live, so hello and welcome to the French Grand Prix for F4 Season 1, Round 7 of this phenomenal season so far. I'm joined with, once again, Parrot, who's been very kind in joining me again, and every time he has joined, there's been brilliant action. So Parrot, what are you expecting for tonight? And also, how are you, as well, first question, if you're there?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very good as well, and I just realised I forgot to turn you up, so I need to quickly just turn you up, so... Indeed, blue screen. Okay. If you speak now, Parrot, yeah, maybe turn yourself up a little bit just so I can hear you clear as everything, but I am streaming 18 drivers, ready to go. Settings should be correct. I'm not going to check because I do believe Mr. Zook, but yeah. Should be good. I'm just checking Discord to make sure everything's running smoothly, and it does seem to be. Oh, F3's running smoothly as well with T-Hawk, so this could be a brilliant day for FRL, which, if anyone's new here, you're probably quite confused. Usually we have awful luck with F3 and with the glitches, and F4 usually we have to keep an eye on F3, but at the moment it seems as though... I don't want to jinx it, but it's going quite well. I'm just going to get up some... the track map for France, or Paul Ricard, just so I can remember some of the corners, as there are some...
Loading to the qualifying.
We are loading into the qualifying.
50 seconds. A short qualifying, 80 minutes. Yeah.
18 drivers as well, so it doesn't mean much,
And
but just a little
GTA game with a
there.
qualifying ban.
GTA game does have a qualifying ban, and if he doesn't serve that, I think he gets a race ban, so he's gonna have to...
Oh wait, yeah.
Oh my, it is raining.
Oh. I like this.
I think everyone likes a bit of rain, and it's full... Jesus, it's full wet conditions.
Oh.
It's gonna be good.
Fun qualifying.
Yeah, it definitely is, and I don't think many of the drivers are prepared for these conditions. So this is going to be really good, as I've... I think I've got it up. It does seem to be the Paul Ricard. Ah, there we go. I think these are the corners. Maybe tell me in the comments, but I think the corners for the last corner is Pont, the first corner is Verrier, third corner is Hotel, Camp. Yeah, this looks pretty good, so...
After Pippo is in his out lap already. The Williams driver. Or the wets.
As you say, we're just going to go on board with Evil Zook, who I think's first one... No, as you said, sorry, no. Pippo. And it looks pretty slippy out there, doesn't it, Parrot? So if you're a driver out there, what would you be thinking in terms of your mentality? Are you going to go hard or go home, or are you going to take it quite easy and not push too much?
I think the first laps to set a time, and then end of qualifying. Gonna fly on the Inters, I think. If it's Inters in the end of the quali.
Yeah, Azuminoid's left. So if you could send... And VIP GTA Game, oh god. Oh, as it says, migrating host. Oh no, a lot of them are leaving, wow.
Yeah.
So, what looked to be quite a good session, all the FRL guys seem to be leaving, as Mini's left as well. I'm just trying to see. Everyone's left, so I think I'm going to have to set up a new session, so that's a shame. And that didn't last very long, but yeah, not much to be said. Yeah, we're just going to try and get it underway, but the drivers are going to have to tell me the weather.
Yeah, the qualifying is dry. We Steve say in the chat it was dry in the ways.
Okay, so we will set up a new lobby. I'll do it myself. It should be fine. Yeah, apologies, but you know, that is just, I think, either Zook's internet or the F1 game doing its usual.
Wet ways, or wet quali dry
as
This
I...
glitches in this game sucks.
Everything seems to be fine on my end.
Even
The weather, as you said, needs to be changed. Okay, so for qualifying, it says, well, Lewis says clear quali, clear race, but that's just not true.
back to back new lobby. Or not.
They're saying clear quali, but it was raining in quali, so...
Yeah,
yeah, I'm a bit confused here, as, I should probably send invites, as I'm being a bit of an idiot, I forgot. But, I'll start sending invites to everyone. Get O Stephen invited, as he can invite just about everyone in F4. So, find O Stephen. There we go. Hopefully O Stephen joins. Everyone keeps saying dry qualifying, but it looks very wet. Unless it dried up like we saw in how Russia changed very fast in real F1, I don't see how on earth it could be dry at the end of that weather. As invites are being sent out, so... Hopefully everyone joins. Okay, so Steam's joined now, so hopefully everything will get sorted. As Parrot, maybe turn up your volume a little bit so I can hear you a bit more. Maybe it's me, hopefully the viewers... It's not just me, but... Oh, Steam's saying wet qualifying, dry race.
Is this good?
A little bit too loud now. I think it is, yeah. I think it's fine, it's fine. There's Pippo needs an invite as well. A little bit too loud, but yeah, it's good. As everyone's trying, I've got to invite you, but you're in a chat, so that's not an issue, but I'll invite you. You do like an invite, and you've got an invite, so everyone should be joining. 12 guys at the moment. It says some people are saying wet quali, dry race, so I'm gonna just set wet quali because that's what it looked like to me as well. Qualifying was very wet, I'm pretty sure. Very wet. As race was dry.
Dry.
So clear dry.
What is sun shining or not?
I don't think it matters too much. I'm just gonna make sure as I'm just gonna ask go Stephen because he's a safe pair of hands, and given he's had wet, that should be fine. Guys, don't start regging up. We still got, I think, 2 more drivers to join. So if you start regging up, I will just simply change the settings, so it's a little bit pointless. But I don't know who we're missing unless you can find out, Pyro. I'm just gonna check the invites. There's someone who's sadly not got an invite. As I think I got it right, the settings, though, Steven confirming, so that's good. Evilvo, did you say? 17. Okay, one more left. One more.
Evilvo is not in the lobby.
And
no.
I'm not sure. Can you check whether he said yes in the F4 attendance?
Yeah, he was.
Okay. I'm just gonna do wet. Race is dry, quali is wet.
Yeah, we'll watch PM, PB.
Ah, everyone's joined, so everyone can ready up now and we can get on to way. Vilvo, hurry up and pick a car and you will be able to ready up after Mr. Evilvo picks, hopefully AlphaTauri. I think it's AlphaTauri for Evilvo. Has we got 19 or... Oh no, it's just he's ready up. Evilvo would go in... Yeah, it would... Yeah, there we go. So yeah, well done everyone. Get readying up and don't... Yeah, nice. I think we're all good now. As you say. Oh, Stephen confirming it.
Yeah. So, starting the second qualifying today.
Yes. As we are finally loaded in. As I got the corner names, corner numbers, and we've got 12 guys watching a blue screen for half of the 12 minutes?
What qualifying do I race?
Yeah, no surprise, 12 minutes. So, nice to have people watching nothing, so hopefully we'll get maybe, God knows how, 100 viewers in the race. I don't know what the record is for FRL, I reckon it's about 17 viewers at once, so try and get your granny, uncle, guinea pig, goldfish all watching FRL and maybe we can break the record.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to the Dutch people right now.
As Mr. Mad says, a bit late I see, and yes, Mr. Mad or I see. That's what I was meant to be said. Dan can obviously race today. I think he has something to do with his fiance, so that's obviously fine. So that means Parrot has to step in as Mads won't be commentating after not doing a F4 commentary by half the F3 being pretty poor with the commentators' attendance, but a bit disappointing that. But it is fine. We do digress. As Lewis, number one man, I think he's first out on track. As I say that, I think there's a blue car.
No, he's not.
There's a lot of blue cars, but it's Pippo again. So Pippo is going to be the first one out to hopefully set a lap. If I see migrating hose, that'd be me. So I don't think we'll see that. But Evilzuka's rejoined and so far it seems fine. Joining in quali I don't think it's as much as an issue as it used to be, but I'm pretty excited for this French Grand Prix. I have done a few league races around France and I do know in the race obviously it's quite easy to overtake, I'd say, if you're not in a DRS train. And around F4, around France in F4, I don't think there'll be many DRS trains, will there be, Parrot?
I don't know, I have no league race on this game on the track. And it's always difficult to overtake in the rain, I think. But...
Well, it's a dry race, so...
Oh yeah. I forgot.
It is a dry race, so we should get loads of overtakes. It is fine, Mr. Parrot.
Yeah, but some drivers in F4 are, I think, better in the rain, and good people on the dry are better in the...
Well, I would say the rain favours the controller drivers more. So drivers like Lewis, Ties, Humanoid, Paul's not here. All those guys on the wheel, there's probably a few more I missed out. They're probably going to be slightly weaker, as obviously on pad you've got the vibrations going through your fingers, which helps when you go onto the traction. You know where the limit is, as Pippo's going to jump straight here, and Pippo's going to go on a lap in the Williams car, looking very pretty with the blue tyres as well, matching quite nicely. So Pippo are going to come through turn 1, which is called Verrier, into the chicane of 2, and they're going to just hit the apexes very nicely, Pippo here. So Pippo, I think he had a very good performance in Baku until he crashed last lap. And then in Canada, he was right up there fighting for the win, and I think he got second in the end, unless he had a crash I forgot about. But going on quite a nice lap yet to invalidate, and then through turn 5, which is called Can, and into Steb Boom, and then the Mistral. And I think this is the Mistral straight here, out to turn 7. No DRS obviously, given the wet conditions, but he's going to be full power into the chicane of 8 and 9.
A car park is sector 3.
As you say, I think a lot of cars are backing up to try and gain a bit of clear air. In these wet conditions, there's going to be a big pace difference, so you don't really want to be close to anyone. As I've done some... the telemetry seems to be a little bit odd compared to usual, but Pippo here coming through Senior, which is a corner you'd expect overtakes in a dry, to Borse of turn 11, and he's going to swing it right in and try and get it hooked up nicely. Doesn't really want to use the exit curve because that will spin you out in these wet conditions. Into Bendor of turn 12, he's going to use second
Cryptic
gear.
spoon and this tire is off.
As Cryptic, yeah. I think you said he spins in sector 1, but we're going to have all eyes on Pippo coming through Lack of turn 14, and then into Pon of turn 15. Going to use first gear for the extra rotation. No, he isn't actually. Going to get on the traction, and this is going to be the first lap of the night. Pippo, what's it going to be in a Williams car? It's a 44.4, so got a nice ring to it. Obviously, Mr. Lewis Hamilton reaching 100 wins. We don't want to talk about that too much.
Lewis now to the line.
As you say, Lewis
slower,
to the line.
He's slower.
1.6 seconds slower, but he's on wheel and he's probably got more fuel. And as Mini goes P3 after very impressive performance. Mini in Canada, as Ayrton Senna, as you say, goes second. Next car, I think, across the line is going to be Ty's. See where Ty's is going to go. Ty's goes P4. So Ty's putting in a decent lap there, just to be ahead of Mini. Another car coming through, I think.
P3 or he was already? Oh yeah, he was already.
I think that's his teammate Jake, maybe, who invalidated. But there's also a Red Bull, I believe, and Ferrari, Volvo, and then Demoniac. What's a lap from Demoniac? Wow. Not bad, and illicit Brownie as well, so this qualifying is a little bit closer than you would expect in these conditions. Evo as well in P3, so this is really quite nice to see a close grid. Everyone obviously loves a close grid. Oh, Stephen, where's he going to go? Oh, Stephen, he invalidates. So the next car is going to be Mr. Evil Zook, who's invalidated as well. And is he going to push for another lap? So the next car is going to be, I believe, a Red Bull. But there's only one Red Bull left, so maybe it's not a Red Bull. I can't really see properly. I think that could be Pippo. It is Pippo. And then the next car is Lewis. As you say, Lewis spins there. Just looking out for the next guy to set a lap. I think it's going to be Mini. Okay, so Mini's the next one on a clean lap here in a Mercedes. No. I think he's meant to be Aston Martin, but we'll ignore that for now. Coming through turn 15 to the last corner of Pon. He's going to get all over that curb here. Quite nice on the traction. Maybe full traction for him on his assist, but he's going to want to do better than 8th. And what's it going to be for the Mercedes? A big improvement up to 6th and a decent lap with Mercedes 3.6 and a McLaren 4.5 Parrot.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, Ty's! Oh, Ty's! What a lap! Well, that was out of nowhere. Just caught the end of that. He was improving massively by 2.4, and he improved in a little bit more just to secure that provisional pole. Really good lap from Ty's, and I tell you what, he was in a shadow slightly of Alpha King when Alpha King was in F4, and with those sorts of laps, he's looking at F3. I mean, that's a brilliant lap in a way, especially on wheel, as you can see there. Lovely helmet as well to boot. But
Stephen's coming to the line. And Bar. Oh, he's not.
Oh, Stephen?
Stephen now.
I thought you said he spun, but...
I think I'm 46.
45. So it's a very close grid, but only being a second off gets you P9. So... very close. Alfa Romeo coming through. But that's not going to be Bar. It's going to be Evil Zook. Evil Zook. Where is he? Oh, he's just ahead of those Stephen. So once again, very close grid. Next one is a Mercedes who's backed off. So I think it's going to be an Alpha Tauri. Oh. As Demoniac's crashed. And that's the man in P3 in qualifying. So that's going to be a surprise. As I think there's just trying to think about which car. I think that's a Rise. He crashed at the out of, I think that's Mistral. So just before the Mistral straight, he must have... It's quite easy to do on the exit of that curb. as you can just get really over it as Lewis rejoins, as Arise is struggling in these conditions as well. But Parrot, who's your favourite for provisional pole at the moment? Who's your top 3 predictions?
P1, I think Thijs.
Oh,
Yeah, Thijs,
yeah.
P1, because he sets a time later. Oh no, or yeah. I think Diplo P1, Thijs P2, and
P3.
I think P3 Arise.
Arise, okay. Arise been on some decent
Invalidated.
runs. As he invalidates. Just coming through, I think, turn 2, and he backs off to let the McLaren through. But Barr, coming around the last corner, he's going to be wanting to do a lot better than 8.4 seconds off the pace. It doesn't look too competitive. It's a 44, 45. He's going to not want to be in the 46s, and he just pips under the 46s with a 45.9. And once again, it's really close qualifying with all the guys who've set laps at the moment. Ferrari coming through there. I think that was O'Steven setting himself on a lap.
The Highlander now to the line.
O'Steven invalidates his Highlander. I don't imagine it's going to be the most competitive, as you can see there. He hasn't ever been the fastest in F4, so that's kind of to be expected. As there's I think Jake on an outlap. So the next guy's Ayrton Senna. I was just going to catch the end of that, drifting through sector 3. I'm not sure whether he's trying to. It looked quite nice, but he's just on an outlap at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got the garnish.
As Arise is invalidated as well. So a lot of guys are struggling in these conditions. As Bar, I think, is the next guy who's on a proper lap. Hopefully we see Bar here improving. It looks decent. Oh no, it isn't. He's 1.7 seconds off. But I think now that guy would be O'Steven who's invalidated. So really can search for a good lap.
Is it allowed?
Oh, sorry, what's not allowed?
Can you cut the corners?
I don't think you can cut the corners a lot, but you're allowed to obviously invalidate.
Oh, he's winning time on everything.
As Jake, as you say, he's cutting a lot of corners, I think. But looking at the laps, who is on the lap? Illicit Brownie, he's coming through, but
yeah, no snitching.
What?
What? No snitch.
Yes, we can't snitch on Jake, because snitches get stitches, as you'd say in UK, but it's a shame just thinking about it, we can't get a full grid like we did, I think, for Canada. Only 19 drivers, but I say only 19, we're only one off, which has been pretty good attendance for F4 compared to normal, but there's a spinner, and I think someone reset the track there in the AlphaTauri, but...
Yeah, Jake did that, the next lap. Oh.
So I think Jake is being not very well behaved in these conditions, but... We'll ignore it. Illicit Brownie, though, coming through. This looks quite a good split. He's 5/10 up here, so Illicit Brownie, he's going to be looking at a decent time as Evil Zoot joins again. I think he's having Wi-Fi issues, so we'll go on board with Illicit Brownie here. This could be the provisional pole lap with 6 minutes to go, with probably a minute to spare, given the issues we always have before qualifying.
He's a half second faster.
Yes, we're going on board with him at the moment, using second gear, getting it quite nicely. He's going to have to use all the track available in these conditions, not too much with these slippery curbs, but Illicit Brownie, he's going to be quite tight to turn 14 into pond, turn 15, he hits the apex very nicely. Going to have to get on the power, it's a little bit sloppy on the power, could have been better there from Illicit Brownie. He's going to still go for a lap. I don't think it's going to be a massive improvement, but it is pole. I take back what I was saying, a 44.3, and I think he has a lot more time there, but 63 thousandths is the difference between Tides and Illicit Brownie. But Tides, he's also on a lap. He's coming through the first sector here. Coming through the first sector, what is his split going to be? He's 4/10 up Tides, so come on Tides, this is going to be absolutely ballistic lap here, probably in the 43s, which is something you wouldn't expect in these conditions, especially for F4, but Tides just coming down I think this is Mistral straight into the chicane of turn 8 and 9. He's going to have to really hook this up for a good second sector split.
Oh, Evo 8 times faster.
Pippo takes provisional pole in a Williams. What a lap from him, but all eyes on Tides at the moment. This looks a really good lap. Is he 4/10 up through the first sector? He's still 4/10 up in the second sector. The AlphaTauri's on an absolute flyer here. Hopefully he doesn't spin. He misses the apex, so he's going to lose a bit of time there on his last lap. Coming through Busset in turn 11, and then it's a double corner here. As
fastest, I think.
Very tough to hook it up as Ties coming through Bendor. Going to try and be a bit closer. He's prioritising the exit, which is quite a good strategy in a way. You don't need to always go for the entry. He's going to throw it into turn 14 here. The AlphaTauri's really going to have a perfect lap. Evo goes way faster. 6/10 is Pippo behind Evo, but Ties, if he can keep up this 4/10, he's going to go close to pole. Can it be pole? It's a 43.5 to beat, and it's a 43.9 from Ties. Very consistent, but Evo has a jump on all of them.
Yeah, I say that, but you are much Ties.
Oh my, that was... I think Evo's looking at F3 as well, as there's a few guys here are very fast as Evilvo nearly crashes out there. Just caught the end of that in the AlphaTauri.
The GTA gamer has no rivals if you do that every time.
Yeah, true. But at the same time, I think Evo, as shown in Canada, he's got very, very fast pace. But just trying to look at anyone who can challenge him. I think Uval Zook, which was just... finishing a lap there, I think.
And same GTA gamers not driving the qualifying, so we can't see the difference in the qualifying.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that, because it would be interesting. But I don't think VIP GTA game is much of a qualifier. Or maybe he is, but we don't see a lot of him, because he has had 2 qualifying bans in the last 2 races.
Next week, another time.
I think next week another time. He's got a lot of no PFVs, but Iwazuki's up by 2/10. This is going to be quite humble lap compared to the rest, but I say that. If he only improves by 4/10, he'll jump up to P6, which isn't too shabby. It's all about consistency is key in F4. Coming through turn 8 and 9 here, Iwazuki's going to have to attack these corners if he wants any sort of lap which gets him towards the front. But Iwazuki coming through turn 9, hooks up quite nicely, get the car. Keeping it quite straight, Iwazuki. He's on the power, reaching probably...
Or not.
He's up by 2/10, Iwazuki now, so I think a slight improvement from 1.9 up in the first sector. But Iwazuki on a decent lap here, he's putting in P7 already. Gonna need a few more tenths if he wants to beat Evilvo, as the AlphaTauris are looking very pacey around here. Alfa Romeo is not looking as pacey, as I should probably, that reminds me, get up the standings, as I will say them after qualifying, as Iwazuki goes wide, and I think that could be invalidation, as it isn't.
Going to P6 if he...
As P6...
No, P7.
Bar goes P7, but the other Alfa Romeo is also going to be on a lap. These are the late stages of the qualifying, so every lap does count from now on in. But Evil Zook, the man who's 5th in a championship, he's got a few things to prove if he wants to be a championship contender. He doesn't improve. As I think that mistake really cost him quite badly, but looking at everyone else's laps, Tige was nearly up by 10th through the first sector, but he I don't think he invalidated, but he clearly backed off. Maybe the lap wasn't good enough, or maybe he had a half spin or something. But Bar as well, he's the highest man who's on a proper push lap. He's going to be trying to get higher than 7th. Only 1/10 would get him P6, so he's going to be trying to fight it out with Evilvo, which seems where the Alfa Romeos are paced at, around P6 and 7, if they can put the lap together. But Bar...
going to the finish line.
I say, Arise, I think, will catch the end of his lap. Anyone else on a decent lap, Parrot?
No, I think...
Yeah, as you say, Arise hasn't set a lap time. You tipped him for one of the top guys, and he's P3! Arise, straight away, and that's where you put him in your predictions, wasn't it?
Yeah, P3.
Very good lap, and Jake as well. We'll go on board with Jake. I think there's an AlphaTauri, which could be Evilvo on an outlap or Ties.
Little Brownie is now 6 tenths faster.
As we'll catch the end of Elliot Brownie is improving massively. These wet conditions, if you can get the lap at the right time, you're going to benefit massively. Jake, he's only P14 with his teammate. This qualifying's looking to be an absolute corker at the moment. As we'll go on board with Ellicit Brownie, who seems to be on a good lap. We'll see a second sector split, as apparently the checkered flag's gone, but the people like Bar in the pits haven't been way to check a flag, but Elizabeth Brownie 6/10 up here, so this is looking at provisional pole. If you can put the third sector together and gain one more tenth, Evo's going to be in a Mercedes, probably going to be in shock here, because Brownie is setting an absolutely blistering lap here. In a McLaren, it's got kind of, I guess, Russia qualifying written over it, the Brit as well. But Ellicit Brownie, we know we can gain a lot of lap time. We went on board with him last lap. We're going to go on board with him again. Coming through the corner of, I think this is Borsay, I dare say. Oh, it's lacking to Pont. This time, can he get it a little bit nicer? I think he can. He's a lot nicer on the curb on the exit. And coming up to the line, he's going to reach about 175 miles per hour. What's it going to be for Ellicit Brownie? Is it pole? It is provisional pole. Ellicit Brownie right at the death. He takes provisional pole by 2/10. What a lap.
1.5. Oh, Evo spins.
Evo spins and now ties. All pressure goes on ties if we want a new provisional pole sitter. But Brownie sets a brilliant lap. As ties as you said, 1/10 faster. Can he improve any more though? As he's got a bit of traffic ahead of him, as the checkered flag is waved. Listed Brownie 2/10 ahead of Evo and 5/10 ahead of Ties. Ties is going to have to improve by about 4/10 if he wants P2. What's it going to be for Ties? It's a pretty decent improvement, but not enough. The top three absolutely in a league of their own here. Pippo's not improving that much, but we're going to see whether he can, as I think Evo is not improving, as I think Mini's behind. Mini's improving as well. Mini's behind Pippo. So we're going to see whether Pippo and Mini both improve. Mini coming up to the line here. Both the Williams and the Mercedes, sorry, are looking to improve. Where does Pippo go? He doesn't improve. Mini goes P7. Decent lap from him. Evolvo's invalidated. Oh, Steven. Do you know how much he's up by?
No, he's not taking it, I think. But I'm not yes.
He's the last one to set a lap time here. Oh, Steven's going to have to do a pretty cracking lap time if he wants to get near pole. He's at the moment on around a 45, and I don't think it's going to be an improvement, but it is. P9 for O. Steven and P6 for his teammate. What a qualifying. What a qualifying.
It was a false one.
It was a false one for F4 standards as well. In the rain, I think we had... Oh, who did we have? We had Ellicit Brownie on provisional pole. We had Evo on provisional pole. Ties on provisional pole.
Okay, we got a 60 drivers grid in 6.3 seconds.
That is pretty big difference, but to be fair, towards the start of the session, it wasn't too bad. But to have the top three in these conditions within just under 4/10, I don't think that's too bad, and I think it has an interesting race. And Pirate, do you think a lot of these guys maybe have wet setups on?
Yeah, I think not. No.
As everyone put in your race predictions as well, because I'm sure, I mean, you could put anyone in for that podium spot because it's going to be absolutely crazy. As
you can't say that here in the F4.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting though. Hopefully,
the championship leader, you have every race they're qualifying better or something.
Yeah. As it is obviously a clear, dry race. As I will read out quickly the top 5, or the top 10 in the drivers and top 5 in constructors. It is VIP GTA Gamer at the moment, who's got the lead in the championship, but he has a qualifying ban. He's in first place with 92 points. Alpha King in second with 90 points, but now he's in F3. Demoniac on 72 points in third in the championship. Jimstrav with 55 points. Evil Zook in 5th in the championship on 47. Steven just 4 points behind Evil Zook in 6th in the championship. Pippo on 31. Brownie on 27. Evo, who took a win on debut, he's got 25 points in 9th in the championship. And Bar, rounding off the top 10 in the drives, he's got 22 points. And as for the constructors, it's Williams out on top with 134. As I've just realised, the drivers can choose whatever tyre they want. As they've all gone mediums apart from 2. Pretty interesting strategy.
Steven Mini on the hards only. What are your race predictions, Shanti?
As there is a little bit of a delay, Evil Zook's left and
Oh no, not again. So, since the game is saying lost the first challenge, we're gonna see. And Sep is saying pair with P1 finishing, Bunty P2 is at 4 P3. Sep 4 is Sep.
everyone's gone, I think. Sorry, I was just looking at the grid. I think everyone's gone. Who's that left behind?
That's Mini. He's AFK.
Okay, so I've got a sense a restart might be happening as Mini's been disqualified from the session.
No
So that
restart
means...
for that, man. Why? That's no. I think that's not how we start.
Well, Evil Zook I think's caused it with some of his issues. I think his AI's taken over, and that's the issue. So, and I don't think you can join during the formation lap. So, it's all going to get a bit confusing here, but we will continue with the race. I don't really know what exactly is happening.
But you can take your car if the starting grid is if they are all on the grid before the start.
I think Alyssa Brownie's in control of his car. Or maybe he isn't, I don't know, it looks like the AI's in control. I'm gonna check the F4 chat.
No, he is driving.
It's just, yeah, it's a little bit odd at the moment.
I'm feeling a bit like Max Verstappen in Sochi is saying.
Yeah. As, Alyssa Brownie just says in the F4 channel, I'm good. So, but I'm not sure whether the lobby's good, because it does seem as though we could maybe have a restart. Obviously, I hope we don't have one, but, yeah. Any last time to get your predictions, and as I think Evil Zook and VRPGJ Gamer have, make sure you do.
I'm gonna say Evo P1, Pippo P2, P3, GTA Gamer.
I think we can have loads of time because I think there could be a restart. I'm gonna say, Evo for the win, Ty second, and I'm gonna say Demoniac in third. Pretty safe, but I do think Alyssa Brownie's a bit of a bottle job, as I think everyone's lined up, so we should be getting ready underway. I don't want to speak too soon, but the drivers are gonna rev up their engines. Rev up their engines now, and it's gonna be
1, 2,
lights
3,
out.
4,
Lights out and away we
out.
go. And it's Alyssa Brownie who's got, I think, the better stop. But no, Evo's well alongside. And look, there's a Rise there around the outside. He's going to try and go around the outside of both of them. Alyssa Brownie's got the lead into turn one. Rise is second. Evo in third. Pippo somehow come out of absolutely nowhere. Tide has now dropped a few positions. Evil Zook's left the session, so that's a shame for him. But it's a Rise and Evo battling really hard at the moment. Evo, I think, losing the spot to Rise making up a spot. And now Pippo trying to go round the outside of Evo. This is going to be bold and brave for the Italian, as the Ties in the background going to have a bit of this. Ties going round the outside. Ties gets hit. And Ties... He isn't out of the race. He's got very lucky there. But we will continue as it's Alyssa Brownie out in front. Arise in second. Evo in third. Pippo in fourth after that massive collision with tyres. I'd be surprised if he doesn't have any damage. Then it's the two Ferraris in fifth and sixth. This is all going to kick off here. Demoniac looking onto the back of Pippo. Oh, Stephen got a massive train behind him as Evilvo, if I can get my words out, weaving quite a bit. And VIPGJ Gamer, where's he come from? He's up into P8.
Oh, whoa, what a start.
And that's going to do Williams the world of good, who are leading the Constructors with 134 points. Ferrari.
Evo spins.
As I think there's another spinner. Evo spins as well.
Spins.
Oh, I think maybe that's what he meant. I thought he meant Evilvo. But as I got the leader graphic, going to change that to interval. As Demoniac's right on the back of Pippo, but that's a big shame for the Mercedes man. Mercedes at the moment 6th in the Constructors with 44 points, ironically. But Ferrari, as I was going to say, in second with 112, and Alpine in third with 91. But that's Constructors for you. But there's a few battles out on track, which I'm is the reason why I'm not going to finish the whole constructor standings, because it seems already to be quite a good race, doesn't it, Parrot?
Yeah, Little Brownie already drive 1.5 seconds over.
I reckon he's going to pick up a penalty or two. It looks like he's really on the limit here, or even a spin. Brownie's got to be careful. He has got to play the long game. I think he's listening onto the stream.
Evo's nearly spins again. He's really aggressive to drive.
As Evo, I think he's much faster than the guys there. He's going to fight with Jake. Jake's going to use all of his battery. Jake's going to be just ahead. Evo going to tuck into the slipstream. He's going to try and go down the inside of Jake. Can he pull the move off? He's going to have to send it. Evo down the inside. Jake leaves the space. And I think Jake's car is going to wash right wide. This is brilliant racing between the two. And fair play. You don't usually see that in F4. As Evo, I think, maybe cut the corner there. Hopefully he didn't get a warning. But going to look onto the battle for P3 and 2 with Pippo as his yellow flags.
Evo.
I think that's the two Haas drivers.
3 people split, or not?
That's Highlander, and that's Evolvo, and I think that's Jim Strav. I reckon
And
the two Haas guys are spun.
Again.
As Evolvo spun, it's all kicking off. Evil Zook spun as well, so I don't know what to look at, to be honest with you.
Enabled this lap.
And as you say, DRS enabled. Alyssa Brownie sets fastest lap for now. Jake Gamer gets a penalty, and Pippo is out to DRS. Oh, sorry. Arise is out of DRS, but Pippo has DRS on Arise, and Demoniac has DRS on Pippo. Oh, Stephen having a really strong race on the hards there, but look at VIP GG Game. He's stalking Oh, Stephen. Surely he's going to make a move into the, I think it's Massenet Straight, if I can remember the corners.
Massenet?
Mistral Straight, but VIP GG Gamer Parrot, surely he's going to make an overtake here.
Yeah, with the DRS. Is O Steven going to defend hard for that?
Yeah, he is now. He's using overtake O Steven, but now he's turned it off. I think he's realised VIP GG Game, he's too fast. He tried to defend that O Steven, but too little too late.
Use a lot of ERS.
Yes, I think VIP GG Game is going to try and get into the DRS of Demoniac as Humanoid P7. What is it? I wouldn't expect that from Humanoid ever. I mean, where did he qualify? We should look at position differences. Humanoid up 11, VIP GG Gamer up 14. This is an absolute crazy race at the moment. I don't think anyone would have expected that. But Pippo on the back of a rise here. Do you think Parrot he can make the move?
Wait, someone is talking on the background by me. What did you say?
Yeah. I was just wondering whether you thought Pippo could make the move on a rise for P2, as he does have the DRS and he's got, I think, a little bit more ERS than Arise.
Yeah, he has a chance to overtake from the first DRS.
Yeah, and just look at that. I think that was Demoniac who sets fastest lap. So Demoniac in the Ferrari, he's looking like, I guess, the Carlos Sainz. There's going to be a lot of F1 references. I'm sorry if you're a Lando Norris fan like I am. As Pippo, I think, nearly spins there. As you said, Demoniac, maybe he's going to have a go. He's going to use the overtake, but he's going to turn it off again. So I think he realises. But Pippo is going to get on a run on a rise. He's going to be 4 tenths, 3 tenths, almost 2 tenths off a rise. But these drivers, they're really driving well. As Humanoid gets overtaken by Evo.
Already did 2 pit stops.
As I think you say, Ty's maybe did 2 pit stops, as Lewis is on the back of Ayrton Senna. It would be nice to see Lewis get a good race. We've always said about his bad luck, and it'd be brilliant to see him get a good race. As Pippo really closing in on a rise, and this is a corner you can really overtake at Busey. Just the corner we went through, turn 11, and Demoniac, there's yellow flags, and I think Mini spun, but Demoniac was looking very close to Pippo there, wasn't he?
I watched the guy who spins.
Yeah, as Demoniac up front, all over the back of Pippo. He's a driver who likes to be patient, which always helps you in F4. As Highlander retires, I really hope there's not a safety car, as we do get a safety car, and that means only one thing: 5-second penalties.
And Thijs can go back to the grid now.
And I tell you what, drivers, if you're listening, Illicit Brownie, everyone, leave a gap. We had this in Canada. Zuma is slowing down quite a bit. Leave a gap. It doesn't help with all the stewards' investigations, as we will always rant on about this. Please, please leave a gap to the car ahead. It would really help. As just looking through the comments, seeing if there's anything there. P2
Evo is
not
in a pitch,
starting.
Jake in a pitch, Evo in a pitch.
As you said, I think Evo there is going to pit, and that's going to help Evo, isn't it? Because he can now go to the end.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see if it helps his charge. But any drivers, I think I'm going to look at positions. Now I'll keep this up because this is quite interesting. Because Stephen Parrott, he's on hards. So do you think this safety car is going to help him or the medium runners?
I don't know how many laps you can drive on the mediums and the hards. Maybe O'Stevens can go to the softs on the end of the way.
Yeah, he can. He definitely can, as I think that's going to help Stephen. But the softs aren't the best tyre around here, are they, Parrott? Because they overheat quite a lot. And you do get a lot of tyre wear.
You can go 5 laps hard pushing, then they are there, I think.
yeah. I think though the hards mean that Stephen probably has the benefit over the top 5 because he's on the alternative strategy. But does Stephen have the pace late on when he switches tyres? I'm not really sure whether he does. Is anyone pitting? I think there's someone pitting there. Pippo's pitting, so this is going to be a big gamble for Pippo. Evo, there's a lot of guys ending with O. It's going to be a bit confusing for a few of you. Evo, he pitted. He was he's the top guy to pit. That's going to really help him. And also, Parrot, this is going to help the AlphaTauris, isn't it? Who are right in last position, especially Ties.
Why is Ties on mediums? He's gonna pit, I think, if he...
I don't think he wants to get lapped, because if you get lapped, or is he pitting, makes no sense. Pippo's on softs. Why? Well, I mean, it's going to make the race interesting, just like Max Verstappen when he went on mediums, but I don't get that at all. Evil Zoot's going to pit for hards probably, as he's had a few issues.
Everyone is going to the pit lane.
Yeah, the 2 Alfa Romeos do like a gamble, and they're going to try and gamble it once again as the guys... The guys out front are getting a little bit close. Is that Demoniac? Okay, yeah, Demoniac, just try not to go side by side, that's another thing. It sounds like we're schooling these drivers, but you know, it's F4. You're not gonna have the cleanest drivers in F4, put it that way. They're all learning. A lot of them haven't really done many league races. I know Humanoid, Bar, Evil Zook, I think they're all fairly new to league racing. Haven't been league racing for that long. As Evilvo gets a 3-second time penalty, but it was not a 5-second penalty, was it?
Pippo on the softs. Why?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make much sense to me, really, because as we got an Aston Martin looking very nice out in front, as Illicit Brown is getting quite close to that Aston Martin, so do not touch the Aston Martin. You probably lose your whole wing and you'll get disqualified for hitting it. But Illicit Brownie doing a Lewis Hamilton, getting right up behind it, trying to tell Burt Mylander to hurry up, but I imagine the virtual Burt Mylander is pushing like crazy, as Tyres is still catching up slowly. He's actually a little bit faster than Bar, as you can see, so I think under the safety car, that's a little bit of racing, because he can actually push to catch everyone up. So here's a little bit of racing from Ty's perspective, as he gets a little bit of a half spin there, coming through the corner of, I think, I need to get my corner names up again. Into Senior, I've turned 10, which is very flat in the dry, but not very flat in the wet, as Ayrton Senna's pitted. But so far, no 5-second penalties, Parrot, so that's pretty good.
But we are not on the restart.
True. Everyone bunches up on a restart, and it's natural. Everyone wants to gets a little bit excited when they see the safety cars got in, and they can't wait to get racing. So they all play dodgems, and obviously they do get 5-second penalties. Rise has gone really wide. I don't know why, because you can pick up warnings under safety car. So he's got to be careful. I think Humanoid's got a penalty. I wonder what the penalties are. So a lot of people getting 3 seconds. Ty's got 5 seconds. Hopefully that's not hitting anyone under safety car. Maybe it's speeding in a pit lane. But a few penalties for drivers. Humanoid, I think, got, if you remember, 27 seconds worth of penalties in Canada. So
I hope not this week.
yeah, I think he'll hope not this week. I think he said in Canada he was just pushing quite hard and he kept cutting.
How can you get 27 seconds?
I think you have to pit. I mean, 27 times 3. Gonna get my maths out. I think that's 81. 81 is going to be about 2 warnings per lap. As looking down the rest of the order, Ties, he doesn't need to get penalties because it's under safety car. He's already caught up. So that was a little bit silly from Ties, but hopefully he isn't listening because I mean, I don't think we've been the kindest to him, but hopefully he makes some moves. He doesn't really need to be pushing under safety cars. The Alpha Tauri looking very nice of Evolvo, just weaving there very nicely. As you've got Evil Zook who's doing a bit of a Kimi Raikkonen going very straight. Because Evolvo, remember single file guys, as Ayrton Senna might have hit the back of bar there, so got to be careful. As the pace by Illicit Brownie, I hope it's consistent. Arise is in AI mode, Parrot. Oh no, he's turned it off now, but Illicit Brownie, I think he's going to go now, which is probably best. Oh, he's going to wait, and he's going to go. So Illicit Brownie goes, and I think Demoniac might be caught out by VIP GTA Game here. VIP GTA Game, is it inside or outside for the Williams man? He's going to be trying to go round the outside, but he's going to look for the switchback into turn 2, turns into, I think, turn 3, and he spins! VIP GTA Game with the championship leader, he's spun, and he's going to drop all the way to the back of the grid, or actually P17, because of Ayrton Senna, but in terms of P3, Demoniac all over the back of Arise, Humanoid on the back of O'Steven and Pippo as well. Pippo, he's getting a little bit shoved out there as Jim Stravis right behind, so this is all kicking off, isn't it, Parrot?
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Humanoid defending from Pippo. This is going to get spicy. O'Steven in P4, he's just going to watch ahead of this. Humanoid, he gets outbroken by Pippo as Pippo absolutely sent it. Pippo going to make the move on O'Steven. And Demoniac as well in a Ferrari. So one Ferrari makes an overtake, the other one gets overtaken. I think Pippo's going to go down the inside. It's a good move from Pippo. As for Humanoid gaining time as Rise.
Demoniac really overtake him.
Yeah, Demoniac now, he's up into second place. Can Demoniac get back his 3rd win of the season after having such a great start to the season and then fading? Ferrari are going to look for winning ways as I think Jim Stravis spun out Humanoid.
Aston Martin, yeah, Humanoid.
As that's a big shame, really big shame. But at least they're both running as Illicit Brownie gets a penalty, and that's going to be absolutely vital to their races as I'm already losing my voice and we haven't even reached 10 laps.
And not seeing the times of the drivers. Oh, Lewis in the inside in turn 1.
And Lewis.
Oh, and Mini Spain. Yeah, in turn 1.
Oh, Mini, he's managed to keep it together. He's done really well there. And he's not going to lose too many positions. Evil Zook is going to try and get him.
In P10.
As VIPGG Game, as you said, he's making loads of overtakes. Evil Zook! No, he's not going to do it, Ties. This is going to be brilliant on Evil Zook. Their 2 FRL teammates are going to have to be careful here. There's no love lost. Evil Zook gets caught out, and Evil Zook is getting absolutely swarmed. But what a move from Ties. A little bit bargy, but at the end of the day, it was a fantastic move. And now Evil Zook is all under pressure by Jim Strav. And now Bar is going to try and have a go at Evil Zook. As Pippo.
On the soft tires.
Pippo up into P3 now. This is absolutely brilliant. And VRPG Game, he's in P9. Jake Gamer, he's fighting with. Evolvo has been spun out, and now Humanoid's going to get P16. But at the moment, it's absolutely kicking off. I'm going to look at the battle for the lead, because I would like to see Demoniac make a move on Illicit Brownie. But I'd also like to see Illicit Brownie win a race, as he hasn't even been on the podium. As they're fighting tooth and nail, the Alpine and the Williams. As Mini's going to try and catch up to this, as Mini's getting caught up by Ties. Ties is going to make a move on Mini. This is going to be really brave from Ties. Round the outside of Galaban. A corner which I didn't even realise was on the track.
Close to the race leader.
As Demoniac's kicking up all over the place. Evolvo's gone for a spin. Demoniac, he's going to try and make the move on Brownie. This is going to be brave. Demoniac for the race lead. And it's a brilliant move from the Ferrari. And it's P1 for Demoniac. The Ferrari takes the lead off the McLaren. It sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it, from the weekend? But a brilliant move from Demoniac. I think that's one of the overtakes of the season there for the lead, no less. And he's got no penalties to his name as well. As I think there's more battles going down. VIP GTO game still trying to get past the two brothers as well. Lewis and Jake are brothers in the Alpine.
Coming back with the DRS, he's gonna send it in this chicane. Yeah, in the inside here.
As you say that, Alyssa Brownie makes a move on Demoniac with the DRS. Demoniac going to get a switch back on Alyssa Brownie. This is all going to spice up. Pippo's going to have a go. This could be 3 wide. No, surely not 3 wide. This is going to be brilliant. It's 3 wide between them. Williams makes a double overtake into turn 11. This is a brilliant move. But then Demoniac, hopefully they don't collide. Demoniac's going to leave the space. The two FRL guys going tooth and nail at it. As there's a safety car which absolutely ruined that.
That was quite racing.
That was brilliant racing, and I tell you what, F4 drivers have a bow. It's only been 10 laps, but
I think they're
brilliant.
Now for the hard.
Pippo's going to have to pit for the hards. He's got no other option. As Demo's going to pit
lane. Oh.
As that will be a penalty probably coming his way if he gets reported.
Demoniac in the pit lane.
But Pippo, why is he continued? The strategy from Pippo is...
People are crossing the pit lane.
Yeah, I think there could be a lot of penalties dished out if people report other people. Oh, Stevens a very clean driver, so I imagine he's going to be reporting. Look at Humanoid, I think everyone's pitting, even Ayrton Senna.
Why Pippo not pits? He's on the softs. That's not a good move.
I'm a bit confused why Steven pits, because...
Maybe he got damaged or something.
True. I think that could be it. But look how many drivers are going on softs. Demoniac on softs. Why? That is really confusing.
That's not a good start.
So I think Evo is your favourite for the win. From out of nowhere. From being spun, or I think spinning, on lap 1. This race just gets wackier and wackier. Evolvo and Highlander making this race go absolutely... well, I can't say a certain phrase, but it's going crazy, to put it bluntly, as Charlie says I'm out of the F3 race, which is a big shame, I think, for the championship leader, as Sepp is there, Mr. Sepp. Did Sepp used to race in F4? I think he did, didn't he? And then he couldn't make Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I recognised his face, but Forrest saying his PlayStation crashed. As I'm just looking at the Discord just to make sure nothing's going on. Checking F3.
Nothing to say.
As I'm just going to check F3 just to make sure. Hopefully, fingers crossed. As we got Mini catching up to the safety car, and he's going tooth and nail here. But oh, it's raining in F3. Jacko's leading. And they're going. I think they've had a safety car because all the drivers are very bunched up there. They're on lap 16. We're on lap as F and Co Tom I think spins there. So it's all kicking off in F3 if you want to watch that. But I'd recommend you to watch F4. I think we've got about the same, maybe even more viewers in F4. F4 obviously being the best here.
Pitch with Cryptic.
As I
Cryptic to the softs. Oh yeah.
Oh, Alfa Romeo. I've just only realised now they could be in for a good result if Evo spins again. Alfa Romeo 1-2. But then you got Illicit Brownie and a Rise on hards. I don't know why. I really don't know why drivers are pitted for softs. They're not going to go to the end, and why do a 2-stop when you can go mediums or even hards right to the end of the race?
Maybe they
it confuses me.
Safety car.
As VOPG Game says, he had to go for softs. I reckon he could have gone on to a U set of hards or something.
We got all first tires because you know where qualifying was way.
Ah, yeah, that is true. As I mean, oh, the strategy for some drivers is all over the shop, but there's a lot of drivers on hards, aren't there, Parrot, and hards can go to the end. As for mediums, I think Stephen can go to the end on mediums, and Stephen in P8, if it wasn't for the soft runners being there, I think he would make his way through as Humanoid is the first one to pick up a 5-second penalty. But that's Mini from behind, so I think Mini's hit Humanoid.
Dave's going this lap, I think.
Which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
But in terms of penalties,
Yeah, Dave's going this lap.
quite a few drivers are having penalties. There's not been many DNFs so far, have there, Parrot?
Yeah, two DNFs and yeah, 17 drivers still over. That's great to see.
Yeah, as we're just going through all the drivers here.
But the people who are on softs,
I think they've
strategy call.
Yeah. It's put themselves in the mud because if you're demoniac, you can go to the front, but you could have done that already if you were on hards because demoniac's that fast and consistent. And it now means the top three, yes, they're going to be overtaken, but they got the better strategy as demoniac. Demoniac, don't go side by side. Please don't go side by side. If you're listening and you can hear me speaking English, that'd be great. As Evo's going to lead us off. Illicit Brownie, I think, led us off for the first time. Or second time. I can't remember who led us off for the first one.
When is Evo gonna do the restart?
I think Evo's going to go just like Illicit Brownie. He's going to go now at the DRS line.
No, I think start.
I think he's going to do a max and go right at the end. And he's gone, Evo's gone, and I think a few people have been caught out. Demoniac has been caught out, and it's absolutely kicking off. It's going to be 3 wide for P5, I think it is. As it's Evil Zoo followed by Demoniac, and nothing has changed. That was all a bit underwhelming. As Arise gets spun out. Arise is spun, and Evil Zook has been caught out. Evil Zook is now going to be pressured by Illicit Brownie. Illicit Brownie's now on the run. He's going to be trying to make up the move. Demoniac trying to get Bar here. He's on an absolute rampage by Demoniac. Yeah, but look at Demoniac. Demoniac's going to get, I think, Bar here. It's going to be an easy move down the Mistral straight. Bar's not going to defend, which is probably the best decision.
That pace difference.
But look at Evo. Evo's got a 2-second gap already, which is going to help him. And look at VRPG Game. He's going to try and make a move on Evil Zook.
Oh, and Erkasena spins.
There's another spinner, and I can't tell who that is. Evil Zook is being overtaken by VIPGJ Gamer, an FRL driver.
Evil Zook, side to side.
This is going to be all kicking off. This is brilliant. As Bar, I think that's Bar. What happened there? Bar and the McLaren, I think, have hit each other. Bar and now Lewis and Brownie have hit each other. Where's Lewis come from?
He got damage, left end plate shot.
No, but Brownie's got damage as well. Brownie's got damage because I think Bar and Brownie hit each other. So Brownie and Lewis, they've really done themselves in here. VIPGJ Gamer, he's going to be looking to get now a podium. But Lewis, why is he staying out? Has he not got damage?
No.
Oh no, he hasn't. That's very lucky for Lewis. Lewis is going to try and go round the outside. It's going to be for a podium. The man with a lot of bad luck. He's going to get into 3rd place. And Lewis is in an absolute rampage here. Bar, Captain America, he's going to be caught out by VIPGJ Gamer. The Alphas are absolutely dropping. Oh, who's that?
Oh, VIPGJ Gamer. DNF.
I think he just went into the wall. What was that?
What a crash.
I think Bar, was that Bar? Yeah, Bar and VIPGJ Gamer. I reckon there was lag there.
Did he just give a straight line or something, or what happened here?
I think Bar and VIPGJ Gamer, they were battling.
The championship leader is out.
And I tell you what this means for the championship. VIPGJ Gamer, so that means Demoniac in P2. He's going to be looking at the championship lead. He's got 18 points, which would mean he's 2 points behind VIPGJ Gamer at the moment, but he's surely going to overtake Evo, as it's all going to be kicking off again. This is an absolute brilliant race. It's done my voice in, but I mean F4, it always produces absolutely brilliant action, as Jake gets a penalty, as I really don't know where to look with the action. I think Demoniac is going to be about 2 seconds behind Evo. Hopefully there's no drive-throughs. Drivers have to look at their deltas.
If I was the soft winner, I was spitting. I think it's not ending.
Look out for Stephen on the mediums.
or Demoniac, I don't know which.
Oh,
It's tough
Stephen,
for
on mediums, that's going to be very spicy to see if he can make those to the end. They slow down, and I think it's going to be ending now.
3, 2, 1, yeah, and
I think they're going, and
oh,
Jake's got
Jacob's
drive-through, but
rifle.
Jake's P15, so it doesn't matter much. And Jimstrav's overtaking Evil Zook. Pippo's going to try and overtake Evil Zook as well. Cryptic's looking in the background, and this is the view. Pippo doesn't make the move on Jimstrav, but he does make the move on Evil Zook, as now Cryptic is going to try and get Evil Zook. Evil Zook is getting absolutely gobbled up here, as Cryptic's going to try and think about it.
Lead with DRS now.
He's going to surely make the move on Evo. Evo doing a bit of weaving. He's going to only have to make one move down the straight. And Demoniac is going to take the championship lead and the race lead. And it's a brilliant move. And a Ferrari of O'Steven. He's surely going to get into P3. This is brilliant for the Ferraris.
Lewis. What a great overtake.
But Lewis is going to fight this, alright? Lewis is going to fight this on the sauce. Oh, Stephen makes the move. It's a brilliant overtake, but Lewis isn't going to die fighting here. He's going to go, going to go and try and get P3 if I can get my words out.
Outside.
Oh, this is going to be ballsy from Lewis. Round the outside of turn 11. Can he make it stick, Lewis? He's gone really wide. But Lewis is fighting tooth and nail, and you can only applaud it. As I think Evil Zook... No, Rumenoid's crashed.
That's a safety car, maybe.
I really hope it isn't, because we're getting brilliant action. That's really sad for Rumenoid, who's had a really decent race, running up in P7 at the very start. So that's a big shame he's crashed. As Lewis still on the back of O'Steven. Demoniac, is that a 133 yeah. After qualifying? I thought that was a glitch there, but 133 is normal. Demoniac, he's going to be pulling out a big gap. Look at that. To the lead, he's already got a pit stop, probably. Well, nah. Maybe a pit stop over tyres if he was lucky, but he's going to have to keep pushing if he wants a pit stop to maybe come out around P10. Just saying, listen, Brownie, where's he gone? He's in P14. As we've now at the moment got 4 DNFs, and that's going to be the 4 DNFs are Highlander crashing very early on, Evolvo causing the second safety car, VIP GT again just going straight on into the wall. I think he has an incident with Bar.
It's DRS now.
Evil Zook, he's dropping like a fly.
Yeah, overtake.
Evil Zook is
not a lot faster than Evo, and he's on the shots.
Evil Zook, he's going to have to be careful here, because at this rate he's not going to get into the points, and the Alfa Romeos, who looked, I think it was second and thirds, are now looking at P9 and 11, which isn't the best of combinations.
Lewis really close to O'Steven again.
Lewis and O'Steven, these two, they trade a lot of banter on Discord. Well, a lot of the drivers do interact. And Lewis is really enjoying a battle. As where's Ty's come from? I mean, Ty's, he would have liked to make a little bit better progress after taking provisional pole at one point. It'd be nice to see Ty's get inside the points, as Bar looks to be struggling like Mini.
Yeah,
we'll have a look.
Plate, I think.
Maybe Evil Zook has damage as well.
Yeah, left M. Oh no.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have damage. But Pippo's the closest battle. As it's all calmed down a bit. Lap 17. Time flies when you're having fun, alright. As
when are the soft drivers gonna pit?
Look at Evo. Evo is actually now starting to close in on Demoniac. He doesn't have DRS, but Demoniac's in trouble here, isn't he?
Whoa. Evo's going 10 miles per hour faster than Demoniac on the straight.
I think Demoniac's maybe made a mistake. I think he's struggling quite a bit. 6 laps on softs, I'll tell you what, it's not easy after 5 laps as the tyres really start to overheat. So Demoniac is going to be struggling. Tyres makes the move. Tyres up into P11 here. Bar's going to fight it, but I think he's not got the pace of Tyres. Tyres on hards. He's going to have to really get a move on. But with all the softs, this is going to mean Evo's in first, O'Steven in second, and Jimstrav in third, and Pippo in fourth. But Pippo has a penalty. So this is all going to be quite interesting with the soft runners pitting. It also means the likes of Evil Zook will gain 1, 2, 3 positions up into P6, which is quite respectable. So he's going to try and make the move on Cryptic, who's disconnected. So that's going to be P8. Lewis is
Yeah,
pitted
that's Lewis
already.
in the pit.
As he sped, which is going to really hurt him, and you can't get those removed.
Is it goes to the mediums or... Yeah, mediums.
Mediums it has to be, I think. Softs
To the
can't
hearts.
last.
To the hearts. Why?
Why? Maybe he doesn't have a fresh pair of mediums.
Strategy calls, mate. Oh. But
Evo,
going to the West
Evo.
lead.
Yeah, Evo looking really dangerous. The Mercedes versus the Ferrari 2018 kind of vibes for the race leads.
Gaining.
Not enough though.
Too far.
Evo,
And
he
then
reminds
the
me.
exit
Yeah,
he came.
it sounds odd, but he reminds me a little bit of Max Verstappen. He's very, very animated.
That's the P9.
As ties and Pippo making a move on Jimstrav, and that's Pippo up into P4, and that's really nice to see for Pippo. He's been struggling in a race, and now he's up into P4, even though he does have a penalty. He's looking at a good result, as you said. Ties, he's going to now try and get Mini. Ties is on a bit of a run, but look at penalties. Penalties do mean he will drop a few places. His Cryptic rejoins.
And Jake go to mediums. There are already 6 left off.
As Jimstrav is on the back of Pippo, these two don't seem to be separating too soon.
The have gonna drive this to the end or the way, so...
Well, maybe he's extending to another pair of softs.
Or
that would make a bit of sense.
Or Little Barney P14.
And if you look at Lewis is a P12 on fresh hards. That's where Demoniac's going to come out when he pits. So Demoniac is going to go from first all the way down to 11th.
But Evo, maybe he's going to try again with the DRS.
I think he's too far back, Evo.
8 left softs and
yeah, 8 lap softs aren't going to feel the best, but we'll look at the gap he has as Evo is going to do the same darting move. But hopefully we get the split coming through the second sector to see where Demoniac would emerge, because I think a pit stop's around 20. I mean, we'll know with Lewis as the splits don't update, which is a little bit annoying.
It's really close to Pippo. 3 times. Maybe gonna do the overtaking to the right handle.
He's gaining a lot without using overtake, which is pretty scary as Ties is a man on a mission. He's up into P8 here on the back of Mini. It's going to be an easy move, but Mini's fighting. This is going to be dangerous. Not side by side, but now Ties is going to dart to the inside.
Oh, Evo Zook in the inside to our eyes, but he lifted.
Really hope Evil Zook gets a few more positions here, because he deserves a podium. I think he would be looking more at P5 with the pit stops.
But Jim's 12 now to Pippo for P4.
As Evo, there's a lot of O's here. Yeah. Look how close he is to Demoniac. Demoniac is going to be under real pressure here.
Oh, Jim is too far. Yeah, their softs are really dead. With no DRS. And Ty is 110, so he's gonna overtake Mini in turn 1.
Yeah, that looks
and
a good move with DRS, as Mini's gonna get the switch back. As Evo's
gonna try and overtake with the inside here. Yeah, and
it's a good move from Evo, and that's gonna be the race lead for Evo, as Evo's looking at his second straight win, and I think he's now looking really fast. And it's a shame VIP DJ Gamer's not in the race, as you said, as we can't compare them, but
yeah.
I think Evo's, I hate to say, he could be F3 pace. He's looking really fast, but
he's not.
I know you're going to say he's not, as it's kicking off for P9 and 8.
This F4 is such a shit if you do it.
It is quite spread out, and as you said, like if you're fast, you really are pressured into F3.
Right, so you are put there all in the F3.
As Ty is on the back of Mini.
I don't like that you do that again.
But Demoniac as well. Demoniac's actually not letting Evo go.
Still driving on the softs.
I reckon he's going to get a puncture if he's not careful. As speaking of punctures, I don't think that's a puncture, but it's a spin for Mini. And I mean, looking at the grid, when Demoniac pits, O Stevens second, Pippo podium. Jimstra's going to take that podium with a penalty. Evil Zook's going to get P6, but he's now dropped out of DRS with a rise. Jimstra, look at Jimstra. As many pits.
But is they try and overtake? Oh, Evo got DRS here in DRS from a back marker.
How is Demoniac doing this? This is brilliant from Demoniac on these tyres.
Oh, yeah, and that's...
Safety car, that's going to help Demoniac a lot. Demoniac, you lucky guy.
But
he was probably going to pit this lap.
This is a waste or a qualifying way for Edison. And
that's going to hurt Evo, and that's going to hurt O'Steven. Because O'Steven has a nice gap to Pippo. And who's this going to help? It's going to really help Demoniac. It's going to help the likes of Evil Zook, who had shocking pace at the start of this stint, and now boxing onto Sauce. Evil Zook might have really good pace.
This is going to be really fun.
It's going to be absolutely brilliant. As I hope everyone has their, I'm not going to say popcorn this time, maybe, as we say in London, does everyone have their chicken out? Maybe for these last few laps. Hopefully you have something to snack on, as it's going to be interesting as the top two obviously pits. Oh, Stephen.
Why? Oh. Why?
Pippo stays out, Jimstra stays out, Evil Zook stays out. What is this? Why did Evo, I think he might have got held up there by Jake there in the pits. And where's Evo going to come out? Evo's going to come out P6. Who's that? Is that Ties?
That is P6 now, the hearts.
So Evo, what the hell? Evil Zook, oh, he's left. Oh no, Evil Zook. I think his controller's broken. He's gonna get disqualified here. His throttle's stuck.
Yeah. Oh, 5 seconds in order to the other flag.
Yeah, he's gonna get disqualified, and that's a big shame. His throttle just seems to be stuck.
I never said that. He's gonna drive in the wall.
I think he was full throttle and then he left. And the reason why he's not being disqualified is because he's facing forwards and then backwards, facing forwards and then backwards. And Jake's been disqualified. He's got too many penalties. He's got a drive-through, I think, and just generally too many penalties.
And Jake.
Evil Zook, what's he doing now? Evil Zook, please rejoin. Oh, he's still going!
Is he doing this, or...?
He's not, he left the session. Evil Zook's gonna have to rejoin. There's some comments in. Maybe it's by Evil Zook.
What am I seeing here?
Evil Zook saying this is a joke, and that's his race over. I think he's gonna be lapped, so... Hopefully he can rejoin and retire, because this is...
Yeah, if you can do this, if you are champion in the F4, that's what the amazing Codemasters do that. The donuts.
Yeah, he's far from champion in F4, to be honest, but... Oh, Evil Zook, he's rejoined, hopefully it stops. I mean, if he doesn't get lapped, so there's a small chance he could catch up. His tyres have probably got punctures now.
Yeah.
Pippo pits! Pippo pits! Why? Pippo's got so many odd strategies. Oh, Steven's now going to be in the lead, but look at Evo. Evo's going to be so fast.
He's getting left. No.
Evil Zook. This is painful, really painful. Oh, Evil Zook, and he has been lapped, indeed, by the safety car, and that's his race over. It's a big shame for him.
All the drivers who passed him, they're thinking, what is he going on? watch people, you can watch them good to evil. Or no? Yeah.
Oh, it's a big shame. We shouldn't laugh, because it's a big shame.
Driving. Oh, it's too late now.
Is he? He's still full throttle on my end. He's getting closer and closer to the track, which is really worrying. Because if he keeps doing this on the track...
He's driving on my screen.
Maybe it's a glitch on my screen. He just says I'll retire, and he leaves on my end. I mean, you can see him on my stream, Paris, if you want.
Yeah, No, he was driving on my screen, but he's now doing the same
Oh,
again.
it is a joke, Evil Zook. Oh, Evil Zook doesn't need to be. He's
Yeah.
been very unlucky,
Oh.
to be fair, with his Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's weird. What's this AI driving in the wall? What's this AI? What's happening here? No, no, no! Why?
Oh, he was loud. I think it's fair. It's on the safety car. That wasn't his AI. That was Zook. But
He was ghosted. Oh my.
I shouldn't laugh. Evil Zook taking it very sad, but I mean it's a big shame.
And Lewis and Little
Tell you what, the more laps this safety car stays out, the better it helps Steven, because the less laps there's for Evo to overtake. I think Evo's gonna win. I think Steven could be second. I think Jimstrap could be third, because I don't think Demoniac will get ties. Can he get Jimstrap? That would be the question.
I think P1 Evo, P2 Demoniac, and P3 Steven.
But yeah, Evil Zook, I mean, big shame. I really hope he does stay as Senna leaves. But I really hope he does come to the next race, which is going to be Austria.
Maybe we got a safety car glitch because everyone is going to safety.
And that would mean Steven wins his first ever race in FRL. I think it's going to be one more lap because of Evil Zook retiring, or maybe two more. The more laps, the better for Steven. I reckon Steven's under that helmet. I think Steven's thinking to himself, I could get my first ever FRL win here. Go away if anyone's saying about GHR Steven winning 50 years ago. It doesn't count.
Please Steven to hard up the whole field.
Jim Stravi, he's got a mission here on the hards. I mean, they're both Ferrari powered, so maybe
you
Mick Schumacher can do something.
You're gonna do that.
We will pay what's it called, Jim Strav to help Steven, but yeah, it's a big shame for Evil Zook there. I really feel for him. He's had bad luck like a lot of these guys, but someone who I've just realised I was gonna say bad luck. Is that Lewis? Oh, Lewis has got 14 seconds worth of penalties in P6, but he's enjoying himself. To be fair, I'm sure he's enjoying himself. He's got a lovely night out in France. He sped in the pits. And then I think he got 3 more penalties. But Lewis, to be fair, he can't get the 5 seconds removed. Probably can't get the 3 seconds removed. But he's enjoying himself, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, not much to be said. It's nice to see Lewis up there. A man or driver who should be really up there more often. But FRL performed pretty poorly. With a lot of FRL drivers with 1, 2, 3, 4 DNFing, but obviously all for various different reasons. Pippo in the race, you got Lewis in P6, 5, so it's an FRL 4, 5, 6, 12. Is the safety car coming in this lap, Parrot? Predictions? I'm going to say yes.
I think it's a glitch to the end to lap 25 to 26. Maybe.
And I don't think that'd be restarted because there's not enough laps left. So I think Steven would be crowned the winner of the race if there was a safety car glitch. Unless it's coming in now. I think we do want to see racing, but...
No, it's too late, I think, for that. I think it's a glitch because of Evo.
I'm going to have to check it with Hawk here. I'm going to ask Hawk. I'm going to ask Hawk. Because this is...
This lap, no, it's always the last laps, and it's always the last 2 laps. The safety car is gonna in the pits. But we're gonna see.
I'm just asking Steven. I'm asking Hawk.
He's going in his lap, I think. Yeah, he's going in his lap. If it's not, that's incredible. I never see that then. What did you do, Evil? You give the win to us.
Yes, Evil's not had the best of Wi-Fi, but you know, that's the... I don't know why. Maybe he's not got Virgin, maybe he has got Virgin, maybe he's got BT. Apparently, you're probably confused, because I think maybe the Dutch guys of Ties and you and Evo have Zigo Sports as your Wi-Fi, if that's the thing around Netherlands. But it's a little bit boring, but if you're watching, guys, there could be 2 laps left to see Stephen, who's the most experienced, or one of the most experienced drivers in a whole of FRL. He might get his first win. Even Zook there just saying it's generally a joke.
I hope so. Stephen's gonna win.
A lot of guys.
Gwen needs to win.
It'd be nice to see Stephen win, but yeah, Zook there just. It is a big shame that he DNF'd. I mean, I've never seen that glitch ever. I don't think anyone has. So that's just stupid from the game. And I really hope Evil Zook gets some better luck. Yeah, and it is in this lap, so we got 2 laps. Stephen has got 2 laps from his first ever FRL win, and I can't wait. Evo, I tell you what, if Evo can spin and Jimstrap can hold up Evo, or whoever's coming, Demoniac, give your teammate a win. If Demoniac gets the chance, give your teammate a win. Because Stephen, you're in prime position to get that first win ever in FRL, and he can't wait, I'm sure. I don't know, he's probably going to be very nervous. Very nervous indeed, but...
Yeah, I hope he's 17.
As you're saying, I'll engineer if I can. I'm not sure what that's about. I think maybe Stephen, but we'll see. Stephen leading the restart. Stephen, he's got the overtake on. Stephen, turn it off! You don't want to spin! Stephen's going to have to be careful. He doesn't want to spin on the safety car restart. Turn it off, Stephen! And he's gone! Stephen's gone! Jimstrap, he's got a good restart. Jimstrap is going to try and overtake him. Stephen is pedal to the metal. 2 laps of racing. This is going to be absolutely glorious. Jimstrap on the back of Stephen. Stephen, can he hold up Jimstrap? That is the question. Look at Evo. Evo's going to go for the move. Evo! He hits the back of Jimstrap. They're going to go side by side into turn 4. Can Evo stick it up the inside? He can. But now Jimstrap is going to be coming back. They're going wheel to wheel. Stephen is just watching this, and Evo is ahead, and now Evo's going to try and overtake Stephen. Stephen's going to be careful with not spinning. I think Evo's going to get Stephen, and this is going to be pain for Stephen. He's going to have to do everything he can. Evo is going to maybe make a lunge. Stephen stays ahead for now, but I don't think it's going to be for much longer. Evo, he gets good traction. Stephen, he's got brilliant traction. Stephen here, he's going to be maybe 1 lap away from winning his first ever FRL race. This is absolute scenes here in F4.
Come on, Stephen.
Stephen, everyone's cheering him on. One of the most experienced drivers, one of the most likeable drivers. He doesn't say a lot like Kimi Raikkonen, but he's in that Ferrari just like in 2018 USA, and he's having an absolute corker of a race. Can he keep it together? Evo, though, he's getting very close. He's got a lot less DRS than Stephen. Stephen's going to have a little bit of luck here. Stephen, he nearly gets shunted into Evo all over the back of Stephen. Stephen is gonna.
Stephen got more ERS now. Yes.
Come on, Stephen. I think we all want him to win Evo. The man.
So close.
Evo, who looks so dominant in that Mercedes. He looks like he's got a Mercedes engine because he's absolutely flying. Stephen, though, he's 3/10 ahead. Evo getting very close. Stephen's got to be careful here. Stephen still ahead.
No.
Just about surviving. Stephen's going to have to set this up. This is the one main overtaking opportunity. No. Stephen makes a mistake. And now Jimstrap's going to be up in here.
I died spring.
Evo going to try and go for a move. There's no DRS here. There's no DRS. Demoniac's in the background here. Stephen's going to have to make sure.
This on the mediums. He's going to the outside
then. Stephen on Evo. Hopefully they don't collide. Evo gets forced off the track, and Evo gains a position there. He's going to have to give it back to Stephen. So if Stephen can keep P2, Stephen could get the win here because Jimstrap has the penalty. So if Demoniac
is really close.
So if Demoniac overtakes Stephen, you could see Stephen taking the win with Evo gaining the position. But Demoniac, he goes wide, and Stephen just needs to stay in P3. He hits him.
No! Stephen! No!
Stephen, he really didn't need to do that. He really didn't, and he's going to be thinking about what could have been, but it is going to be Evo who rounds off the last corner. Evo's going to have absolute dominance from Mercedes. It's 2 from 2 for Evo. He wins in a Mercedes. This is a brilliant race. Jimstrap gets P3.
And Thijs is going to finish P5.
A rise in P4. Demonic in second. He's going to be 2 points off the championship. Oh, Steven in P6, but phew.
Oh, Steven can finish P1, but he fucked it up. Oh, I can't say that, but...
oh
yeah,
my...
Ivo got pushed off the track, so it was not only illegal. I have my gameplay. James 12 driver.
Oh my.
What a waste. 1, 2.
Evil Zoot cheering on Evo. Evo wins.
What the F1 game thing?
I thought Evil Zoot would be a bit more of a fan of O'Steven, but to be fair, with the championship. But I don't want to really hear O'Steven. He's going to be absolutely gutted in the interviews. I really hope he takes the positives away from it, because there is a few positives. Evo says he pushed me off the track, so maybe Evo would have won anyway, but O'Steven, he was half a lap away from winning. Oh, and he got P6. At least he got some points. But wow, what a race. F4, I tell you what, it is the best tier. And this is why me and Parrot chose to commentate on it rather than F3. Because it is an absolute screamer of a tier. As you can see there was...
The good
1, 2, 3...
man with the shit Englishman.
No, enough swearing, Parrot. 7 DNFs. Evo on top. O'Steven could have won. Demoniac could have won. Jimstrad maybe could have won without that penalty. Oh, let's all take a breath, because that was absolute scenes.
What a waste. What a end. O'Steven bottle it.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure probably got to him. He just didn't need to take that line into the corner. He probably didn't need the overtake on, but we all make mistakes. It is very easy to say what you want to do, but when you're in that pressure, O'Steven, he had all the pressure on him there.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people would have crumbled, because it is just... For someone to do that many races and never get a win, yeah, it can be very tough. But we will be doing the interviews, as I think he was just on Discord, changing sides once again. But what a race from everyone. I think the racing from F4 today was probably been its best all season. The driving has been its best all season. I would say this was race of the season, I'd say. Would you agree, Parrot?
Yeah.
As I think we should do the interviews. I'm not sure whether you'll be joining us, maybe to ask a few questions, but... Yes, that's fine. So I guess we'll be saying...
I'm not gonna do the interviews.
It's all fine, it's fine, as I'll just get the winning car up off the Mercedes, of course.
No,
but wow.
He's not gonna join the party, I think, because his English is better than mine.
It isn't very good, but we will now move on to the interviews. We'll say bye, Para, as we got a blue screen, so hopefully... Bye-bye. Doi doi. As we are here for the interviews, as I don't know what the next race is, there's a bit of an echo. As everyone needs to calm down with their mics, maybe a few people need to mute, as the next race, for whoever asked, that it is Austria. Someone's got a wind machine or turbine near their mic, so someone needs to... Yes. As I think the first one in the interviews, I'll check, as there's another blue screen. Sorry about that, but it is. I do not know. I think it's Lewis or Ayrton Senna. Lewis, were you above Ayrton Senna, if you can remember? Lewis. Okay, there's a bit of a echo, so whoever's got their phone on watching the stream, please turn it off. It's fine. But Lewis, I mean, as I just wait for the echo to go. Okay, I'll mute Jake, because it is a bit distracting as Jake. I can hit... Okay, I muted Jake, so sorry Jake if it was you, I can't hear you now, but Lewis, I mean, it was an interesting race from your perspective, as you're cracking up already, so a lot better than usual, wasn't it? Yeah, and we did see you having battles with the likes of Stephen right at the front, and you weren't normally in the last, well, the whole season, maybe apart from Bahrain where you qualified really well. We've never really seen you have decent pace like that. Maybe it was you being on a softs that helped it, as I still got a bit of an echo in the background. But you did have really good pace overall, and it was good to see you right up there. So, what was the magic formula for this week compared to other weeks? I think it certainly is, because a lot of your usual mistakes weren't really there. I think if you could have had a better strategy, which I'll come on to now, you went soft for the last safety car. I mean, why? Because if you went, let's say, mediums or hards, you would have been able to... Oh, actually, sorry, there was a last safety car, wasn't there? So, do you want to just talk us through all the penalties you got? Because without those penalties, you would have been really fighting up there into the main points. Ah, P5 and 6, yeah. Ah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, you certainly did, but I think overall there's a lot of positives for you to take, and if you could hook up as a few motorbikes go past my area, if you could maybe hook up the best strategy and be very clean with your penalties into Austria, which is a track where there's not too many corners, so you shouldn't be cutting, I guess, as much as you did today. Do you think maybe you can get some solid points? Because this time it does feel like you have a bit of momentum into the next race. Yeah, and hopefully you'll be up there because it is. You do provide some really nice racing, as we saw with those Steven and a few other drivers. So hopefully in Austria you provide the same, not only for us commentators but for the viewers and probably you racing as well. So best of luck for next week, and very unlucky to just about miss out on points. No worries. As next on the party list is, as I will go blue screen again. So it certainly isn't Mr. Hawk, as there's a few people I have muted, so I think it is. I dare say it was Zook. I think it is you, because Ayrton Senna, VRPDJ Gamer. Yeah, so we'll come on to you, Zook, who had, I mean, bad luck wouldn't even get close to it. It was awful luck, but we'll start off with qualifying because I think your whole weekend looked very. I mean, It could have been better. I think you qualified P12 with 2.2 seconds off the pace, but if you managed to gain, I think it was 4/10 or 5/10, you would have been up there in P7. So, what managed to make the difference with your quali lap compared to the guys like your teammate, O'Steven, Evilvo, and Mini? Yeah, you seem to make a habit out of qualifying around the lower midfield positions, but it doesn't take away from your decent races. And I think we'll skip through the whole of the race, all the way to that bit where you got into, I think, P2 and P3 with Bar. I think it was under one of the safety cars. I'm just trying to find which one. And from there, you got absolutely gobbled up. So, do you think from there was the right strategy call? Because you didn't know there was going to be more safety cars, but it was looking really good for you and Bar to get some solid points, but it just wasn't meant to be in the end. Mhm. Mhm. And I think rightly so, because you were running up into P3 with Pippo, who was going to pit. Without that disconnection, I think we can call it issue. And especially with Jim Strav having that penalty, and the guys like Steven spinning. If you held up Evo, you would have won. So obviously, yeah. Obviously, you had Evo and Demoniac who would have caught you up, but I mean, the podium was definitely there for the taking. So if you didn't have that poor disconnection, do you think it would have been a podium, or yeah, just talk it through. I don't think a disconnect and a glitch where I mean, I've never seen it before. I don't think anyone's seen it, but I don't imagine it'll happen. But in terms of if you did pit onto that last safety car, where do you think you would have emerged? Because you said that was a mistake on your part, but you would have been a lot further down. Mhm. Yeah, but obviously it is a long way till the end, and we do move on to Austria, where, I mean, is it one of your favourite tracks, and what's the target for you at Austria? I guess we'll be expecting a podium very soon, but yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, we wish you best of luck, maybe for a new Wi-Fi modem or something. So fingers crossed you get it all sorted. I won't be racing, but thank you for the good luck anyway. As of course, Grimsby my team. But next up is Ayrton Senna, who hopefully is in a party, if he is. Maybe I muted him, so I'll have a quick check. Oh, well, that's not very helpful. I mean, for now we'll go on to Jake, I think it is, next. So if Senna's there, okay. So so in terms of Senna, obviously not the best to get a DNF ever, but do you want to just summarise your race quickly and your qualifying?
Race, let's just say track limits, that's it.
Oh no, I think we might have lost you.
Hello?
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh god, I hate this microphone. Well, I'll just say with my race, just an absolute circus. And track limits didn't help either, because every corner I took I've got a 6-second time penalty, or I got a penalty I didn't even deserve. I hate this track so much.
Yes, well, into Austria, do you hate the track Austria as badly as you hate France, or is Austria one of the ones you hold dear to your heart?
Austria, I have retired in every race and I can't stop it for some random reason.
And in terms of also how you qualified today with P11, do you think it could have been better maybe? Especially on the wets?
Yeah. I mean, every lap I had, I either ended up somehow getting a track limit and it ended up ruining my lap, or I managed to somehow do some random stuff that's got me a 2-lap basically suspension, really. So every lap I did, I kept getting 500 tenths off, and I would have been at least P6 or P7, but it's just ruined my quali, and I'm now P11, and I've had a really bad race, and it's annoyed me today.
Yeah, 500 tenths off is quite far, but hopefully in terms of Austria you'll have a bit more of a cleaner qualifying, and then in the race you'll just be able to back it up, because after pre-season in Spain where you were right up there, I think you've been a little bit in your shadow of your past self, so it'd be nice to see you in Austria back in the points, just like Lewis and a few other guys as well, like Zook, right up there fighting for good solid points, even a podium if you're lucky.
To be fair, I'll just be happy if you get P4.
P4, very specific, so I hope you get P4 and best of luck for Austria, and obviously commiserations for a slightly poor race with the DNF and a bit of bad luck. So best of luck for next week.
Alright, thanks.
No problem, as I think I'll go into blue screen again, and it is... Oh no, Jake's left, okay. Oh no, Jake's rejoined. Is Jake there? Jakey? Yes, you're very loud on my end, but yes. Yeah, it's a little bit better. But, yeah, it wasn't... I need to look where you finished, because... I did forget, but, you finished P19. You were, I think, the first to DNF. even though I thought it was Highlander. So, do you want to talk us? Or maybe it's a glitch on my end, but yeah. Oh, you got disqualified. Ah, okay. So, do you want to talk us through? Just summarise the whole qualifying in a race quickly. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Not ideal. Yeah, yeah. We saw you in qualifying, cutting a few too many corners. So next time in qualifying. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I hate to say it, but it isn't allowed. But for Austria, I don't think you'll be able to cast much. But it's fine. I mean, I think a lot of people forgot how you got disqualified. Oh, you got multiple warnings, wasn't it? Multiple penalties. So do you wanna? Was that just what you were alluding to with the corners being pretty wide? Oh, your mic's gone. Oh, there, you're back. Okay. As we've lost you again. As I think, hopefully we haven't lost Jake. Oh. No, no, no. I said hopefully we haven't lost you. But I'll set up my last question for you. So, if you can hear me, what's the aim for Austria? Yeah, I know your teammate is, I think, Lewis, you said you like Austria. So, in terms for you, Jake, is it a similar thing of trying to get points and, I guess, fight with the top guys? What's the aim for Austria? Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll be hoping you to get 2 wins in the next 2 races, and that rounds off F4 with the French Grand Prix. As after 27 of laps of absolute crazy action with multiple race leaders, that is the end of tonight's action. I hope you all enjoyed watching it because it was an absolute screamer as usual with F4. But we'll be back in a week's time for Austria. Once again, a lot of drivers who are going to be wanting to get. As there's some heavy breathing on the mic, a lot of drivers wanting to try and improve on what they did today, and a lot of drivers probably wanted to stay where they were from today. So I guess it is adios. No, it is bye in French. If anyone can help me. Au revoir from France, and we will see you in a week's time for